Hi there, gorgeous, and a very happy drugstore December to you, and Frugal Friday. If you missed my initial announcement, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am putting out a drugstore themed video for the whole month of December, just like last year. But I'm changing it up a little bit this year, and I'm also doing a drugstore video called Dupe It December on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that is 5 drugstore videos a week. Please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any videos coming out this month. Today I'm reviewing a ton of products from Hard Candy in a full face application demonstration and wear test. I've had a lot of requests for Hard Candy recently, and they do have some new products out that I haven't tested before, so I'll give you my first impressions, final review, full thoughts, etc., at the end of the video. But let's start with the application. Good morning. It is, what time is it? Too early. 20 to 6. I'm the first one up, as always. So we will be able to conduct a very thorough wear test. I'm going to start with a Pore Minimizer. There were 2 of these when I went to Walmart to get some of these Hard Candy products, and I couldn't decide between the 2. So I got both because I got two I was gonna say 2 faces. I don't have 2 faces, 2 cheeks that I can put them on. So yes, I get to test them both. So the first one I'll use here is Stick It to Pores, and this is a pore stick. I'll show you what it looks like. Take off this cap. Looks like deodorant a little bit. You rub it on your face, I take it? Okay, yeah, let's do that. Well, I'll be doggone. It did actually work. Can you see on this side compared to this side? My pores are very minimized. Wow. And it goes on very matte too. Dries instantly. I mean, it's like I applied nothing on my face. And the other one I'm going to use is their Pore Defense Primer Serum, and this is another one specifically for disguising pores. Looks like that when you take it out of the tube, and I'm going to apply it in a tapping motion. Let's see if this works. I am not a morning person whatsoever. I never have been. I'm forced to be these days, but I'm still a night owl type. Like I could stay up until 2 a.m. I'd be so productive and on point, but not at 6 a.m. Well, I don't feel like this one was as good as this one. What do you think? I really like this side. We're gonna roll with it. By the way, both of these claim to keep your face matte throughout the day, so they do extend the wear time of makeup, or I should say they promise to. We don't know if they do yet or not. I'm going to apply an eyeshadow primer so we can start applying the eyeshadow. I'm using NYX's Proof It. The eyeshadow palette I'm using is called Neutral Eyes. Look at that, isn't that pretty? They taped the brush in, they knew I was coming. I'm going to first take this shade from the palette and use it as my blending shade. So I'm applying this directly onto the brow bone. I'm thinking I want to use these 3 shades. So this is my lid color crease, second crease. I'll show you what I mean. So we're starting with this shade first in the crease. This is a very cool palette, so I don't know if I'm going to love it, but I'm really, I'm checking pigmentation here. I just want to see if it's a quality palette. I'm gonna go back and I'm blending out those edges. Just want to see how these eyeshadows will blend. It's been a while since I've used eyeshadow from Hard Candy. Some of them can be a hit and a miss in my experience. Then I'm taking this shade from the palette, which is a little hard, by the way, when you put the brush into it. Hopefully I don't have to apply it wet. And I'm applying this onto the lid. It's not bad. It needs a little help. Just a little bit, but it's not completely terrible. So I'm going to help it out a little bit, and I'm using a matte setting spray here from City Color Cosmetics. So I have it on the brush right now. I'm simply going to spritz it. Yeah, a little more intense. This shade reminds me a lot of Urban Decay's Midnight Cowboy Rides Again. I think that's the eyeshadow I'm thinking of. Yeah, because it's a little taupe with silver sparkles in there. It's a really pretty eyeshadow. I'd be willing to bet that it's a dupe. Actually, let me compare the two. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? This is Urban Decay's and this is Hard Candy's. very similar, and they both have those little silver sparkles in there, which I'm not sure if they're gonna get picked up on camera or not. All right, this one's Urban Decay, this one's Hard Candy. Very similar there. Urban Decay is a little bit more pink, but that is a pretty close dupe. Last shade I'm taking from this palette is this deep brown, and I'm going to use that on the outer corner of the eye into the outer crease and outer V. Moving on to eyeliner, I'm using the Stroke of Gorgeous Felt Tip Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Oh Fudge. Gotta love it. It applies really well. Now this one does promise 12-hour wear, and we're definitely going to test that out today. I'm loving that this is a matte finish too. Too many times you get these shiny finish eyeliners, and that's not usually what I like, but this is really, really good. And you can see how easy it was for me to create a wing on the outer corners. Very sharp tip with this one. I wish I would have caught this on camera. I go to pick up this brush to use it. Somebody was playing in my eyeshadow palette the other day. I had this brand new eyeshadow palette on my table, and of course Jet had a field day with playing in it, and little did I know, he picked up my favorite brush. It's funny though, it's cute. I was trying to wipe away the glitter fallout, and that didn't work so well. That little booger put a lot of eyeshadow on that brush. Look at that. Got my lashes on. These are some samples I've been testing out for Inky Minke Lashes, and they will be added to my line in 2019 because I really do love these, and they are synthetic. They look fabulous. So in case you're wondering, that's what they are. I don't have a brow product from Hard Candy to test, unfortunately. I did not see any brow products from them, so I'm going to use my trusted NYX Micro Brow. The foundation I'm using today is Hard Candy's Glamoflage. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I already did a wear test and full review on it in a past video. If you missed it, I'll have it linked for you below. But I am going to be testing out the Glamoflage Concealer. The shade that I'm using here is Fair. Last time I tested this concealer, I wasn't a fan. We're gonna give it another shot. I remember it was a very thick concealer, so I'm not applying much at all. I know this looks like a huge amount, but it's really not. I only put like 3 dots under my eyes. No, it's getting runny on me. This is one that you have to mix in the tube a little bit before you apply it. Decent amount of coverage, and it looks good right now. We'll see how it looks at the end of the day. I'm going to set everything with the Hard Candy Translucent Loose Powder, which I've also used before. This does go up for 12 hours of straight wear, which I'm very happy to tell you. For the face, I picked up this Baked Highlighting Trio in the shade Cruisin' the Coast. I thought this was really beautiful. Look at that. I was really drawn to this shade right here, and I am going to use the little brush that they provided, which is also taped in. And I'm going to use this peachy shade right here. Oh, apply it lightly on the tops of the cheeks. I'm not really seeing anything. I'm gonna dig the brush in a little more. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on my face. I'm just rubbing away my finish here, but maybe try it with my finger. Let's try the lightest shade. Oh, okay. Yeah, finger works a little better than the brush. It's still not wow though. I mean, I've seen better highlighters in the drugstore. I did not get a lip product when I bought all this stuff from Hard Candy because all they had in the store were the Velvet Mousse liquid lipsticks, and I remember in a video past when I reviewed Hard Candy that I really didn't like those because they bled and feathered, didn't wear well at all. So I'm going to go with my favorite lipstick. This is Maybelline's Beige Bare. Well, I accidentally ended up wearing that face for a little longer than 12 hours. I went to 15. I'm sorry, I forgot to record the check-in for you, but I was wearing it for the full 15 hours, and this is what my face looked like at that point. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you here, but you can probably already see what I'm talking about. I was not impressed with the eyeshadow. I felt like it faded, and The glitter definitely moved around, but there are better drugstore eyeshadows out there than this palette, and I was not impressed, sadly. Let's talk about those pore minimizing primers I applied before anything else went onto my face. On the side where I used the stick primer, looks gorgeous, still matte. Everything held up beautifully on that side. But if you look to the side where I applied the other pore minimizing primer, ugh, it's a hot mess. I did not care for this at all. It made this foundation look terrible. And this foundation is a really good foundation. And again, if you missed my review on it and my wear test, I'll have it linked for you below so you can see what I'm talking about. And the Glamoflage Concealer looked terrible. I mean, I tried to keep an open mind with this one, but I have tried it in the past with really terrible results, and the same can be said here. And I was very careful to mix it before I applied it and apply a very small amount, but it still cracked, creased, looked horrible under my eyes by the end of the day. This little highlighter palette right here, there is nothing to show you in the wear test. I will simply tell you, this is a poorly made product. Wet n Wild makes 10 times better highlighters, and that's even, that's putting them down because you couldn't even get this from the palette onto your face, and you saw exactly what I'm talking about in the demonstration, so big skip on this one. Almost forgot to mention it, the Stroke of Gorgeous eyeliner pen in the shade Oh Fudge. This wore really well on the outer corners of my eyes. The wings looked fantastic at the end of the day. No cracking, no bleeding or feathering when I applied this eyeliner pen. It's fabulous, but it did crack on the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm really struggling with whether or not to recommend this eyeliner pen to you because I did go past the wear test time. And I will tell you that it looked really great throughout the day. And I like how sharp it is, and I like how pigmented it is, and I like how matte it is. So for those reasons, I'm going to give this one high marks, especially at the price point. And I'm willing to overlook the fact that it cracked a little bit on the inner corners there. Normally with a high-end product, I would not let it pass if it cracked on the inner corner, but at this price point, I'm gonna give it a pass. Really, the only products I have to recommend to you out of this lineup from Hard Candy are the Stick It to Pores Mattifying Pore Primer Stick. That thing is fabulous, by the way. I mean, did you see how my pores disappeared with that? Wow. The eyeliner pen, like I said, I'm gonna give it a pass. I thought it was really excellent despite that minor flaw. The foundation and the powder. Other than that, yeah. Also want to mention before I leave you, if you are curious about eyeshadow looks that I'm wearing in videos like this, I am putting together a video that did really well last year that I want to replicate again this year of my top 10 eyeshadow palettes under $10. So I'm recording mini tutorials every single day for the next 10 days of looks I'm wearing. So if you see something that you like, look for that video. It will be posted around, I think it is the week of Christmas. So look for the top 10 eyeshadow palettes under $10 for 2018. Let me know what you thought about these products I tested out from Hard Candy today. If you had a different experience, please feel free to share your thoughts below. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Please subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos coming out in Drugstore December and Dupe It December. I want to wish you a wonderful weekend ahead, and I will see you again on Monday.